Good morning. Today we're going to look at the Grand Oak, and I'm going to compare them a little bit to some of the other healers, um, and other things. But first, let's just go through our daily and get our Plan Boss rewards. Be nice to me today. Be nice to me today. That's a nope on the nice. And that's another nope on the nice. Come on. That's good. I like to see a shard from Nightmare. Any shard from Nightmare is good. You can live with that. Come on, be nice. That's really nice. I really like those voids. A couple voids, I can live with that. I like that a lot. And then we gotta go to the right team. I've done this wrong before. And we'll get some nice damage out. Plan Boss 142. Yes. I just made some changes to Eris to up her damage a little bit. She's getting closer to that Seeker level. And then same thing, Ultra Nightmare. Did I just do Ultra Nightmare twice? You idiot, Leon. I'm 34. 142. I'm safe. We're good. So as I had mentioned before, I spent all my shards, all my other stuff to get the Path of Clover done. And the Path of Clover, I was able to get him. If I get any more points, I'm going to try to get these guys out of the way to get the almonds, but I'm not trying very hard at all. I want to save all my shards. I barely have any because I spent them all to get Grand Oak. And we're going to review him today. I have not used him at all. I haven't looked at him. All I know is that he's a healer. So I don't know who or what I would put him up against. Oh, I did level him up because I was going for the champion training stuff. But outside of leveling him up, I have not used him at all. So the Grand Oak is... I don't know why, but all the Sylvan Watchers, I like their initial name better than I like their real name. Padraig. Don't like that. Grand Oak. I like that. So he's a sport champion. What kind of gear are we going to put on him? His A1 attacks one enemy. Okay. Has a 25% chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally's skill. 25, 35, 50. So if he gets fully buffed up, it'll be 50% chance to remove it, the cooldown of an ally. So no accuracy needed, no nothing. Continuous heal. 1 turn cooldown. 1 turn cooldown. So this goes down to a 4 turn cooldown. Teams up. So this is an ally attack. And fully restores all allies max HP and places a 15% continuous heal on them. That's good. I got the emergency heal because I heard he was a healer. I was just going to put that on there. This can help. I like this a lot. Continuous heal. This guy's reminding me of Marishka in a way. Still have that cold going, so it's nasty. And last thing, increase speed and fill out ally. Ooh, this is a secret replacement. Wait, hold it. No, it's not. Damn it. If it wasn't a random cooldown of a skill by 2 turns, it could be anything else. I don't care what this is. Just don't mess with my guy's turn or skills. Because of that, I can't use him to replace Seeker on my teams. Because he could replace both Seeker and Eris if it wasn't for this freaking move. And it's an A1, so it's always being used. Unless 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. You know what? This might work. Fills all the allies' turn meter by 20%. Is that the same as Seeker? I think it is. It might be 25% from Seeker. But I think it's pretty damn close. Oops, wrong way. I'm an idiot. Seeker. 30%. He's at 20%. So I have to increase the speed by a bit on everybody in order to use him. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. If I put him on a 3-1 team, okay, so this here is on all allies, increase speed on all allies for 2 turns. This gets extended, so it'd be 3 turns, so the increased speed is always out there. Bill's turn meter. This is random, but I'll never hit it if I put him out there with White Dryad Nia, because I can put him in the lead, and White Dryad Nia is doing this and this, and he has a 25% speed in all dungeons, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, the clan boss is considered a dungeon. Let's see. Is clan boss considered a dungeon or not? Dungeons. No, it's not. Clan boss is not. So that won't work. Dang it. I thought maybe he'd be useful in clan boss. What do we have in here that we have to look at? Sand Devil. I got some rewards. What did I get? I didn't even know I got rewards. I don't know what that got me, but oh well, I claim my rewards. It got me 5 of those. Hooray. Anyways, back to Grand Oak. It's just gonna be easier to to do it this way here. So if he's definitely not usable in. I mean, he's usable in Clan Boss. It's just that he's not usable in Clan Boss. And he's usable in Clan Boss, but his A1 ruins a lot of stuff. If it wasn't a random ally, if it was an ally and you could predict it, that's different. But it's a random ally. Because we could, if it was something like the White Dryad Nia, we can predict that. We can't predict this, which is too bad. Continuous heal and increase speed. So he's not usable in Clan Boss. That's my number one. Number two, he would be very useful in Hydra, because this is constantly cleaning up the HP destroyed. They've got that head that's destroying the max HP all the time. This could be very helpful in Hydra. And it also, it's that this here would be really good on my team here. So I got a team. I'm not going to run it here for you, but I wanted to show you and tell you why I think Grand Oak would be really good on this team right here. The reason that this team works is the fact that Eric's, she has her passive ability. Fills this clan champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally inflicts a critical hit. She is an ally to herself on each critical hit, not a critical hit, each critical hit. And that's important. I'll explain why in just a second. And then heals this champion by 5% of their max HP each time an enemy inflicts a critical hit. That I don't care about. This is the big one. It gets 5% turn meter. Because if we look, A1, attack all enemies, okay, has a 25% chance of removing one random debuff from each target. Attacks all enemies again. So if I, and you can't see it here, so let's actually go into my champions and pull up Eric's. As you can see here, I have Eric's at 100% crit rate. So Eric's is constantly hitting hard enough. I also have her at 227 speed, so she's fast enough. But that isn't as important as this is at 100%. And then I don't care about accuracy. I mean, I do, but I don't. I want her accuracy above 200, or actually above 300. And I've got her masteries set up so that way we approach that. But that isn't as important as the damage that she does. Hence, we have the damage tree here. But she's hitting everybody. That's the important part. She hits everybody. And then the other thing that we have is, if we look at our artifacts, I have her in Rothlos. And I have her in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of Rothlos. I only need 4. But the reason I say that is, fills this champion's turn meter by 5% per each enemy hit by an AoE attack. So, when she goes, she hits and gets all 4 heads, so that's 20%. Plus, she gets another 20% from when she does her stuff. Then we go to her teammates, and as long as they're hitting at 100%, cancel his skills, attacks 3 times at random. Each hit, that's an, doesn't say all enemies, but this is all enemies. This is all enemies. So we're building up by 20% each time he attacks. Evolved. One enemy, but AoE, AoE. Guess what? We're getting 20% from him. He does something here, cancel. He does something very unique and very special. This is just a one-time enemy. This is just, it attacks 3 times. But this is really important because remember, each critical hit, so we have his crit rate at 100, gives Eric's 5%. So this gives him 15%. Right? This one here only hits once, but here's the big one. Passive. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 7.5%. Whenever an ally receives fear or true fear debuff from an enemy, the skill is instantly removes the debuff and fills the turn meter. Whenever somebody places a debuff on your turn, on your teammate, Inquisitor Shamel gives the leader 7.5%. Because he's attacking every time a debuff comes out, especially Fear and True Fear, and then fills the team leader, by 15%. But you got to remember, all your guys are doing AoE, so they're always hitting the head of Wrath or whatever it is that puts out the Fear, True Fear. And no, Wrath is the one that does all the damage. I can't remember which one it is. But anyways, he hits the right head. They always hit the right head. So this is always triggering, which is also filling up Eric's by 15%. So essentially, on this team, she's constantly freaking going. I want a reviver on the team, but I am going to try this with Grand Oak in her spot. Because then that's going to just randomly keep cycling these guys with their better moves. Which, him, once again, this guy here's A1 is a 3-time hitter, so it's 15%. So even though it's not an AoE, it's still giving Eric's quite a boost. The only one that doesn't do that is this guy. He only does it once, isn't it? Yeah, attacks one enemy and places a provoke. But we need that provoke. That's the important thing. We need to provoke the right head, so that way he can't grab onto our skills. We got to provoke him. I really like that idea. Then we're getting the instant healing on everybody. And her AoE is going to go off over and over and over and over again. And over 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 again. And then we can come in here. And as I said, guys, I'm just going through his skills. I'm discovering this stuff. It fills all turn meters by 20%. So that's another 20% whenever he goes. So that's going to increase everything. That is really, really good. And then, at the start of each turn of this champion's turn, and it's a 1-turn cooldown, but it's always going. Based on your guy's type, they're going to get one of these things. So the attack's going to get a 50% increased attack, defense is going to get a 60% increased defense, support is going to get an accuracy buff. Oh, this is good. This is really good. And a shield. Equal to 30% of the max HP. That's a huge shield. Holy cow. I like this a lot. This for Hydra is going to be really good. And generally, overall, like wave clear and things that can, if you have a wave clear that's going to go real fast, it isn't going to mean anything. But if you have a slower wave clear than your teammates, this could be decent in keeping you alive during the wave clear. Sorry about that. Yeah, Grand Old Padraig. I think in my head, and I apologize about rambling for so long. As I said, I haven't looked at him. I haven't done anything. I just got him. As you can tell, I don't even have gear on him yet. Grand Old Padraig would be good. Padraig. We are how would he be in all the different dungeons? Let's run through that real quick. So all these dungeons, all 5 of these, he would be decent in. Just keeping a guy alive. Not that anybody's going to have any problems with any of these. But if you're early in the game and you got him, he would keep you alive if you're having problems staying alive. Minotaur, same thing. He'd be helpful if you're dying, but if you're not, no need for him. Ice Golem. He adds nothing that I can think of. Some survivability, some speed. I mean, I suppose that could help. Spider Den doesn't add anything. Survivability and speed. I mean, if you're needing that. Dragon's Lair, no. Fire Knight, absolutely not. Sand Devils, no. Phantom Shogun, no. I would say no. Not know that he's bad, but no, I wouldn't use him in any of the dungeon stuff. He's going to be fine keeping people alive, but not good there. Arena. That could be interesting. But we're at the end of this episode, and I'm going to ask the question. If people made it to minute 25, I'm impressed. If you made it all the way to this point, first off, thank you. Secondly, if you leave I'm thinking about doing a live stream of me going through and doing this live arena. I gotta check out the timings to see when this is gonna be available, but I was thinking late afternoon for me which would be early night for the guys in Europe. If you guys are interested in helping me, because I'm terrible, let me know. But this is Leon from Setter's Raid signing off. Final grade on Grand Oak. I will give him, I think I'll give him a B, maybe a B plus. He's a good guy. I think he could be useful. We'll find out later on how useful, but he's definitely a B to B plus person. If it wasn't for that A1, he'd be an A person in my book. Thank you very much. Bye.